Hi, this is Jonathan Rosenhead, a Torah and Psychotherapist. In this week's Torah and Psychology post, for part of Yisro, we're going to look at the idea of starting from afresh. Now, this is seen significantly in the decision of Yisro to join the Jewish people. And we're told in the Pasuk that he came to join and meet Moshe Rabbeinu in the Midbar. And this was the beginning of the process of making this change in his life, this dramatic, significant change in leaving his position where he was and coming into the Midbar. And Rashi actually picks up on this, because the Pasuk says that he came to meet them in the Midbar, but we already know that the Bnei Yisrael were in the Midbar. So it seems a bit superfluous to mention this word and the location being in the Midbar. And Rashi explains that there's actually something significant and metaphorical about this, that Yisro was leaving a position of wealth, of power, of authority, of success, that seemingly everything was going for him. Life was good. And he decided to leave and come to the Midbar. The Midbar being a place which was empty, desolate, barren, a place where things don't grow. But he came there in order to learn Torah. What we see from this is in a metaphorical sense is this message that when you want to change, not necessarily just in the context of Torah learning, but if you want to make a change and you want to grow and you want to take in new knowledge and information and in a sense actually change the direction in your life, you need to be prepared to go into a vulnerable place, a place which seemingly is barren and empty and dangerous. And is so unstable because you're leaving a place of stability, you're leaving a place of familiarity and going into a new, empty, undeveloped place, which is the Midbar. This is this desert, and this was the action, the decision that Yisro took. And we can look at this in two ways from a psychological perspective. One, which is perhaps the easier to understand, is when things aren't going so well, when life is difficult and you want to make a change. And you're looking for a way to change the direction. And seemingly what's in front of you is emptiness, darkness, nothing is growing, no potential. Even though you know you want to change, when you're in a difficult position, what's in front of you seems to be a desolate, barren desert. And that is scary and it's intimidating. The message that we can take out is that Yisro was prepared to take that leap, that commitment. And when we're looking at it from a place of trying to make a change, a positive change, where you're leaving a negative place, a place of perhaps from a psychological perspective, where there's depression, anxiety, where there's trauma, where it could be tension in relationships. You're trying to make that change and move into a different place, hopefully a better place, but it's scary. It's intimidating. It's difficult to make that change. It's difficult to go into that unknown desert, that unknown midbar, where you don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully things will flourish and grow. From another perspective, this is more in line with what Yisro was actually doing, sometimes we can find ourselves in life where things are going well, things are good, things perhaps are great. And we, in a sense, can get comfortable in that place, that comfort zone. But it doesn't mean that change is not necessary. Or taking advantage of new opportunities, and perhaps being stable in a way can create a state of stagnation, that we still need to be open and prepared to make that change. And sometimes that is actually particularly difficult, perhaps even more difficult, is to actually say, I know where I am at the moment, I know things are going well, but I'm going to put that to the side. I'm going to, in a sense, be prepared to leave that behind and start afresh. Open up a new chapter, to go into it in a new direction. That is what is crucial from a positive perspective, perhaps from a positive psychology perspective, is being open to new opportunities, and opportunities for growth and development. But that's still, in there lies a danger, a risk of going into something which is unknown. It's still a midbar. So from both perspectives, we can look at this from a psychological perspective, if it's trying to leave a negative place or perhaps leaving a seemingly stable and positive place. What Yisro teaches us is that starting afresh and moving into this midbar, it takes commitment, it takes courage, and hopefully, and what we can see from the message of Yisro, is that with that, the potential is there. potential for growth, of being part of something bigger and better. Hopefully this will give us the strength and the courage to take that step. Have a great Shabbos and keep well.